Okay guys, today we are going to talk about a huge misconception when it comes to TaylorMade golf clubs. Yes, that's right, we're going to talk about some clubs that generally could help your game, and you'll see here we're not taking a driver out, we're not taking fairway woods out, we're not even taking irons out, we are talking short game. So we recently looked at the My Golf Spy results for the best wedges for you guys, you consumers, you mid-handicap, high-handicap golfers, and also the best putters. The TaylorMade Spider kept coming up, the TaylorMade wedges kept coming up, but so many people don't often think about TaylorMade for short game. People think of wedges, they generally think about Vokeys, they think about putters, they think about Scotty Camerons, and of course Odyssey, which is generally the world's #1 putter brand, especially on both the European and PGA Tour. So let's have a talk about the wedges to start with, then we're going to talk about the new TaylorMade Spider Tour, which I absolutely love the look of, and we can tie in a couple of these golf balls which have absolutely revolutionised my golf game when it comes to chipping and putting because of the feedback you can get on the roll. So you'll see here we've got rather a difficult shot. We don't want that max fly because that doesn't have the feedback for us, but generally what I really like about these, and we'll talk about this with putting, I really like just how much feedback you can get on the strike that you hit. So if I was to play this pitch shot now, you'll see that generally I do get a nice bit of feedback and a bit of spin by using these golf balls. These are a urethane cover and they are a 3-piece ball, so a very similar makeup in design to a Titleist Pro V1, but a little bit cheaper. These aren't TaylorMade's premium ball. The premium ball is of course the TaylorMade TP5, TP5X and the Pix variant, but you put these together with the wedges. We've been using these wedges out here all week in Texas at PGA Frisco, and we've had some really good results when it comes to getting a nice bit of spin. You can see that's landed on a downslope and tried to check really nicely. This is only a 56 degree, and I really love the versatility that you can open this face up and play lovely high floating golf shots just like that one. One thing I really think looks fantastic on these TaylorMade MG4 wedges is that rusty finish on the face, and the more you play with these wedges, the rustier they get. It looks a little bit more natural, which I really like. We have the milling on the sole, so that helps it glide through the turf, and we also have different weightings here up on the toe, which really can help you when it comes to versatility for the shots you want to play. You'll see there, I played a couple of high shots, a couple of low shots. The high shot was actually the better shot. It was more of a high tariff, a lower percentage shot, but generally two very nice shots. Guys, these have been ranked #1 in My Golf Spy's wedges for the last 3 years. TaylorMade wedges have been #1 last year, the year before, and the year before that. 3 years. Let's talk putters, and let's talk this brand new TaylorMade Spider Tour X putter and why potentially you might not be using it, but should be. So when it comes to the putter, TaylorMade have basically admitted they were wrong with the previous models and gone back to what I remember as the TaylorMade Mini Spider, and for me it was absolutely fantastic. I did use one of these back in the day, and I absolutely love this kind of gunmetal finish that we have on this putter here. It has a pure roll technology that is designed to help you get a much better roll, and as you can see, that alignment aid really helps get that gorgeous roll. So this is where a lot of people would think, oh well, if I'm going to have this putter, this is really a game improvement putter. It's a high handicap putter, but some of the best golfers in the world, Rory McIlroy used this for a very long time. Dustin Johnson has one of these in the bag, I do believe, as well. So it's not just for people who want a forgiving putter. Basically, if you want a good roll, if you want a good start line, it could really help with your game. It's got ultra high MOI with weighting at the back, and you can see again that roll wasn't quite perfect, so the ball oscillated just a little bit on its line, so that starts to give you the feedback with this putter and with this ball. I really enjoy the black shaft and I really enjoy the Spider Super Stroke grip that you do get on this. Very fitting because it is Halloween today when filming this, but you can see that's a much better roll. And we've got another one in there. I often think when I test these putters, why don't I have this in the bag? Because I was quite successful when I did use this putter. I hold a lot of putts. However, I've just put the swag putter in the bag and I had my best ever round of golf with it. So I don't see that changing any point soon. But this is definitely a putter that can help you get your stroke into place if you are maybe struggling with it. But like I said, it's certainly not just a game improvement putter. I think this is a putter that can just kind of tick all the bases and help you get that much better roll. And that looks so easy to line up. That's a huge factor. Look at that roll. That is a gorgeous roll, so we know feedback-wise there, that was a good pace, a good roll, and a good start line. I just needed to maybe aim a little bit further out to the right. As we start to get to kind of 20 feet out here, you are thinking more about just two-putting than necessarily holing it, because the make percentage on tour wouldn't be that high. Right, come on, let's see if we can roll this one nicely. It's a good roll. Chris's camera work was incredible. And as you can see here, guys, I've not tested this that much this year, but I put it in my hands, a whole 3 out of 5 putts there, and that's a really, really good make percentage. Very, very enjoyable with this putter. Let's do a little bit more testing, and I want to get it in the hands of a putting expert. Do you know anyone?
No, unfortunately not.
And it is quite amazing because I don't really know just where TaylorMade got the kind of branding of a long game company from. I know they've invested heavily in obviously the TaylorMade Stealth, Stealth 2, the carbon wood era, but then you start to look at the short game and you look at really just what you could be helping your game with. I absolutely love what they've done here. And for me, even with just like a training exercise, you can really start to see just what kind of strikes that you are getting on these clubs. You can see just how much it's really helped my game, and I put it down to the ball as well as the clubs here, but realistically the consistency that you can get with these TaylorMade clubs is probably second to none, and I believe that's why Golf Spy, or my Golf Spy should I say, have really kind of put these at the top of all their marking. That one's got to go in, go on. Oh. Guys, we're going to get these in the hands of Chris and see just exactly why he potentially uses these as well on his channel for the everyday golfer. Right, one last one. I'm really impressed with myself here actually. Oh, there we go. 10 out of 10 all round, I believe, for those ones. Oh. So Chris, being a putting expert yourself, what technology do you feel like is in these golf clubs, and this putter especially, that can help kind of the everyday golfer get better at putting?
So again, really what we're doing here is we've got the pure roll grooves. So again, they are angled at 45 degrees just to help to get the ball into a roll. If you're playing in the winter at the minute, you'll see if you've got a little bit of dew on the ground, you might see that your ball bobbles first before it gets into a roll. And what this is helping you do is get a better roll to start with, which is then making it easier for your pace control. But one big thing I see from obviously golfers when they come for lessons is how many times I see this. Yeah, that ball sat in the middle of the club face. And clearly there, as James comes in, it's not sat in the middle, and we can see that with the alignment aid on there. So we can see that the white line, the white paint down the middle is there for a reason, to help you get that ball center, because as soon as it's off-centered, even if it's a high MOI putter, you're going to start to lose and struggle with start line, but also with pace. And if we get the pace going wrong, we're not obviously going to get any putts in, okay? But again, these golf balls are perfect for you. You can have them either way, so you could have them obviously set more this way just to see if it's rolling. As we can see with a putter, sometimes you might actually get some backspin, which is not what we want. This is where, for me, it's all about feedback, and James did that out on the golf course. If he hits a putt where you can start to see, right, okay, was the roll good? Right, the roll wasn't perfect there, it had a little bit of cut spin, and that's why that putt's missed right. I can say, actually, I've read it okay, it started right, the roll wasn't perfect, so I need to work on my technique, or do I need to go for a lesson? And that's something obviously in this putter that you can really get. Combine that with a putter that is fitted right for you, it's the right length, the right design, helps you aim better, to help you with golf.
Oh.
We've got that in there.